I knew that that would be true because Mexico has a wonderful history of horror movies. They have a great cinema and wonderful horror movies. When I was a kid, I used to watch a movie called Black Scorpion, and that was, very scary. There's some wonderful ghost stories. So, I knew that when I was invited to come to Monterey that there would be a lot of horror fans, good horror fans, and I'm really happy to be here.
I like the new rendition of zombies are more popular now. Vampires are very popular. I like being afraid because when I see a scary movie, I can go home at the end of the movie and feel better about tomorrow in the real world because that's even scarier.
It's pretty much the same. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there are lots of technical advances and CGI and all kinds of exciting makeup innovations. 3D, but really when it comes right down to it, it's still always story, story, story. If it's a good story, you can do it for cheap. You don't need all kinds of special effects. Right. If it's a bad story, you could spend $300 million and nobody wants to see it.
I think sometimes on sets when you have to worry about a lot of special effects, there's limited amount of time allowed for us actors and more time spent getting the technical stuff right. So when you have that, it's like Bill was saying, as far as story, when you get to play opposite real people, it kind of feels better as an actor. You're not on, green screen with a bunch of stuff attached to you or, on set kind of stuff. But it's the times, I think kids nowadays need to be stimulated a bit more. So, bigger, badder, faster. So I think it just is sort of fitting for the year we're in.
I have seen a growth in film in the Latin countries and also television. I was on the last Conan the Barbarian season 1 in Puerto Vallarta. We were supposed to do season 2. It did not happen. It made me cry. But the technical staff, the camera operators, the sound, art department, very strong in Mexico. Very, very excellent, high quality. I like good stories. I prefer a good story. If it's a special effects movie, when I have my scenes and there's dialogue, I like to continue the story. You can always do the special effects later, but I believe it's an old tradition of storytelling, and that's why I love it so much.
I do need to say that my first movie that I ever did was in Guaymas.
Guaymas?
Yes.
In Sonora?
Yes, in Sonora.
Right.
That was the first movie I ever did. It was a movie called OSA, O-S-A. Female road warrior movie.
Ooh.
And we all stayed at Club Med.
Nice.
So that was crazy. But awesome. It was that was it. That was so Guaymas, state of Sonora. Yep, that's where my career began.
That's great.
Yes.
I have a movie coming out called Army of the Damned with Tony Todd. It's Chad Verdi Productions, and Tommy Danucci is the director and writer. I have another movie called Apocalypse Kiss. It's a futuristic movie, very fantastic. And I just finished a little short out in Arkansas called One Please. I am a ice cream man, and I will give you an ice cream, but it will cost you something.
I just finished a movie called See No Evil 2. With the Saska twins who directed American Mary and Dead Hooker. And I play opposite Kane, who's a big wrestler in WWE Studios.
He's going to act also?
Yeah, he's Jacob Goodnight. He's the killer. Yep.
Yes, and I've just finished 4 movies, but I actually, 2 of them are with Kane Hodder, who I think has been in Monterey before. And Kane Hodder, is famous for playing Jason in some of the Friday the 13th movies. And we did a movie called Old 37, where we play brothers, and we drive around in an old, beat-up ambulance, and we listen to the police radio, and we go to accident scenes before the real ambulance. Now, I can't tell you what we do there, but we do have a wood chipper in the back of the ambulance, so we take care of people. And then I did a movie called Smothered with Kane, too, which is yes, and Smothered is, it's about some horror icons who leave a convention to go haunt an old trailer park, and we end up being the they end up doing to us what we were supposed to do to them. So I love Monterey. It's my first time here, and it's beautiful. Even though you can't really see the mountains, sometimes when the clouds part and you can see the mountains, it's quite beautiful.